Welcome back, gang. So the next request that we will be working on is the post request in this video. So let's just comment this post tasks. So once again, what we're going to be using is singular. So when we were using in our get request, it was tasks, just to not get confused. In this post, since it's just one, we are going to be using a task. Okay. So, and as you can see, for future reference as well, a lot of this is going to be the same pretty much code, but with interchangeable parts. Okay, so what we will do is app. We're going to use the express app to not get but post. Okay, and then inside of the /task path, the information data, and in order to do so, we have to request the data, and then we're going to respond with the data to do something with it. So the data that we are going to include is const, and the data is accomplish. Okay, and we're using accomplish because that's the value in our schema. Okay, so we are equaling that to rec.body, because this is called the body here. Okay, so we have const, and then in brackets accomplish equals rec.body, and then right underneath it you can write another variable. It's const, and this is when we use the task, just singular, no s, task equals, and then we're going to create, with every post we're going to create a new schema or a new to do. So we're going to write new to do. And remember, because it was to do, that's our to do with a capital T, has everything, has our whole schema in it. Okay, all legs in one basket. So we're using this task, we're defining this task, and inside of the task we have a new to do, and then basically parentheses, and then curly brackets, and then we are going to type in accomplish. Okay. And just for future reference as well, if you're making a schema with more values in it, let's say we have 3 values, we have accomplish, cars, and food, right? So you're gonna have to input it in here because that's what's in the body, and in here as well. So we're gonna have const, accomplish, cars, food, just like that. Okay. So once we have this, pretty much good to go. Continue. So we're taking that newly created variable and we're saving it. So in order to save it, we go .save and then open and close parentheses, like we're calling it. Then we are taking our new variable task, and then we are just rendering it in JSON format. JSON, responding to it in JSON format. And then we have a message here, and the message that we want is task successfully created, just like that. Okay. After that, if there are any errors, we want to be able to catch it. And then if we catch any errors, we want to render it in JSON format again. This time we want it to say unable to create task. Okay, and then we want an error, and perfect. That way it can show the error afterwards. So once again, and I do apologize about my throat as well. So once again, we are going to be using the Express app to post inside of the to post data inside of the /task. Okay, path. And then in order to do so, we are going to request, and then respond with the information to do something with it. And then the information or the data that we want is the accomplish, which is inside the schema here, the value. So we're gonna make a variable. So const accomplish equals rec.body, and rec.body because this is the body where the value is going to be. Okay, and then we're gonna make the singular task. We're going to make a new value that we're going to be passing along here in order to render it. So we're creating a new task. Const task equals new because every time we post, we're going to be creating a new, okay, schema or new value, okay? And then in it, we're going to write accomplish, and that to do is coming from here, okay? So once we have that, we take this task, our newly created task, and we save it in parentheses here. So task.save, and then we're taking that task and then we're passing it through here and to show in JSON format. And then once we make a post, and if it's everything goes well, it's going to give back a message that says task successfully created. And if there are any errors that we want to catch, we want the error to say unable to create task, and then the error, what the error was. Okay, so let's bring back Postman here. So in order to post something on Postman, what we're going to do is in get, we're going to click here. And then this is where you can change the request, put, patch, delete as well. So you can go to post, and here you're gonna click on body, and then after body you're gonna click on raw, and then please for future reference, if you're gonna use Postman and with JSON, please use JSON. I wish I would have remembered that a while back, and that would have saved me about 2 hours. So it took me about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours to finally fix it, thinking it was my code, but it was just this simple, doing this, bloop, and it was that. All right, so please remember to change that to JSON. So what we're going to do now is we are going to open brackets, and this is where we're going to input our value. So we're going to write in in quotes, we're going to write an accomplish, because that's what we're getting here in our schema, accomplish, and we have it here as well, accomplish. Okay, so accomplish, and then colon, and then we can write anything we want. Let's write run 2 miles. Okay, and then once we press send, it should give us, once we click send, it should give us, if everything is right, task successfully created. And if there are any errors, hopefully there's not, fingers crossed, it'll say unable to create task, and then with the error. So let's take a look. Send, let's hit it. Okay, and it's giving us an error, cannot post task. Okay, so let's just go back to the code here and see why. Okay, so accomplished, that's good, just want to make sure. Run 2 miles. Okay. Oh, this is why, because of task. It's supposed to be tasks with plural with an S, because that's the path. Okay, so let's now just take a look here and click send again, and now take a look at that, guys. Now task successfully created. Now once we make a get request, we should see it here. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, let's go. Perfect. Look at that, guys. How cool is that? So we have our accomplish, our value, run 2 miles, and then MongoDB also gives us an ID. That way, for future reference, like if we want to use a put request or delete request, we can specify which one we want to do. And in the incoming videos and in the next videos, I'll show you what I mean by the IDs and how we can use them to specify which value exactly. But look at that, guys. So let's just make another one here as well. Just to double check it, and then run 2 miles, and we're gonna cook pasta for dinner. Okay, or for mini, I don't know why, for dinner. Okay, so send. Look at that, task successfully created, and let's just double check our work here. Send, and as you can see, look at that, guys, cook pasta for dinner. It has both. And if you want to triple check it as well, you can go to Google Chrome, and this page here, remember /tasks, you can just refresh it, and then it should show here. Perfect. Definitely gives yourself a pat on the back, guys, because that's pretty, we've done a lot, and we're going through this. We'll get through this. Okay, so good job, guys, and we'll see you on the next video where we'll be focusing on updating or put request. See you then.